He was waiting for love, hoping that someone, somewhere, would understand his heart. For years, he had walked through life with a quiet longing, carrying within him a desire to connect deeply with another soul. He had loved in small ways, through gestures of care, moments of attention, and acts of empathy, but the love he had hoped to receive in return never seemed to arrive. Life had a way of testing him, of showing him that patience and hope were not always easy companions. And yet, through all the moments of doubt, he continued to believe that love existed, not just in fleeting moments or casual encounters, but in a connection so profound that it could transform lives. Every day, he would watch the world around him, noticing acts of kindness and empathy, the quiet ways in which strangers helped one another, the smiles that lit up faces when someone went out of their way to show care. These moments reminded him that the world, though often challenging, was not devoid of goodness. They also reminded him that the love he was searching for might come in a form he could never predict, a form shaped by patience, understanding, and selflessness. And so he waited, not with desperation, but with quiet hope, a hope that had survived disappointments and heartbreaks, a hope that had grown stronger with every challenge he faced. One day, seemingly out of nowhere, God sent him a woman. She was not someone he would have expected, nor someone who fit any picture he had painted in his mind. She carried with her a heaviness, a weight born of years of struggle and hardship. Her eyes reflected the pain she had endured, the battles she had fought, and the loneliness she had faced. And yet there was a spark within her, a glimmer of resilience and strength that refused to be extinguished. It was clear to him that she had been through more than most could imagine, and that her heart had endured wounds that only patience and understanding could begin to heal. In that moment, he realized that the love he had been waiting for was not simply about finding someone who would fill his life with joy or companionship. It was about recognizing the power of kindness and empathy, about seeing another person in their vulnerability and choosing to offer care and support without expectation. He understood deeply that love was not only about receiving, it was about giving, about offering compassion to someone whose world had been darkened by pain, about standing beside them when they felt most alone. This realization shifted something within him. The love he had longed for was no longer just a desire for personal fulfillment. It was now a mission of the heart, a calling to be present for someone who truly needed it. He approached her carefully, with respect and sensitivity, aware that her experiences had shaped her in profound ways. He listened to her stories, heard the unspoken words behind her silences, and noticed the small details that revealed the depth of her struggles. Every act of listening, every gesture of support, every word of encouragement was an expression of the love he had been waiting to find. And slowly, he began to see changes. The walls she had built around herself, built to protect against further pain, began to soften. The light in her eyes grew brighter, the smile she had long hidden became more frequent, and the laughter she had nearly forgotten returned, tentative at first, but growing stronger with each shared moment. In helping her heal, he discovered something remarkable. Love was not simply something that arrived by chance, nor was it something that could be demanded or expected. Love was born in the moments of patience, in the choices to offer kindness even when it was difficult, in the willingness to be present for another person without seeking anything in return. The act of giving love, he realized, was a profound form of receiving it. By supporting her through her struggles, by offering empathy and understanding, he experienced a love that was deeper, more enduring, and more meaningful than anything he had ever imagined. It was a love that was rooted in selflessness, in compassion, and in the quiet yet powerful desire to see another person flourish. Through their shared journey, he also learned that true love requires vulnerability. It demands that both individuals allow themselves to be seen, to reveal their imperfections and fears, and to trust that the other will not exploit them, but instead offer care and acceptance. This vulnerability was not always easy for her, nor for him, but it became the foundation of their connection. Each act of kindness, each gesture of support, each patient word strengthened the bond between them, creating a love that was resilient, authentic, and transformative. In the process, he understood that the woman he had been sent was not merely someone to love. It was a partnership of hearts, a mutual journey of healing and growth, where both individuals contributed to the light in each other's lives. As time passed, the transformation in her was evident not only to him, but to those around them. Her laughter became more frequent, her confidence returned, and the fear that had once shadowed her steps began to fade. And he too was transformed, not just by the love he received in return, but by the profound satisfaction of having touched someone's life in a meaningful way. He realized that sometimes love arrives not when we are looking for it for ourselves, but when we are ready to offer it to others. It is in these moments of selflessness, of extending a hand to someone in need, that we often find the deepest, most enduring forms of love. Their story, simple as it may seem, carries a universal message. It reminds us that the act of kindness can be as powerful as the experience of love itself. By choosing to care for another person, by offering compassion when it is most needed, we create ripples that extend far beyond ourselves. The love he had been waiting for was intertwined with the love he gave. The two were inseparable. In helping her find peace, joy, and hope, he discovered that love was not a solitary pursuit, but a shared experience, a connection that grows stronger the more we invest in it with sincerity and care. He also learned that patience is an essential element of love. Healing, both emotional and psychological, takes time. It cannot be rushed or forced. By allowing her the space to process her experiences, to grieve and to heal, he demonstrated the depth of his care. His patience became a form of respect, and his respect became a form of love. In this way, the story illustrates that love is not only about romantic gestures or dramatic moments, but also about the quiet, consistent choices we make to support,